All right, we are back. And or I am back at least. Moneyline Mac is consuming somewhere. What do we got here? Oh, thought you found that Olajuwon fight for a second. I was like, this is great. Navy, the midshipmen are in heading up. What's the name of the stadium again? What's the name of the stadium? I feel like I know this, but I don't know it.
The Hart Center Arena.
There you go. There you go. Remember old Jim Hart? No one does in this goddamn chat. But Navy is catching 1.5 against Dave Paulson and Holy Cross, coming off a tough loss, which I was on in a lock battle loss against Bieniek. Going back to the well. Give me Holy Cross minus 1.5. You can talk me into a lock.
Yeah. So is Navy the only two? Navy's the only 2-0 team in the Patriot League.
They just won on a buzzer beater too.
Yeah, they come back crazy fashion. Let's go, Holy Cross. Lock it up.
Crusaders. And by the way, I see this at 1.5. I know the slide says 2. Fucking Holy Cross minus 1.5. Ask what you can do for your country and bet Holy Cross tomorrow. Next up, Loyola, Maryland. The Greyhounds are heading to West Point. Take on your boys.
Oh yeah.
Army's laying 2. Shout out to Candace Capper because he knows what the fuck I'm talking about with Jim Hart. All right, I'll take Army. It's a good time to take Army, right?
Yeah. Lost 2 tough games on the road. They were competitive in those at Colgate, at Boston. I like him in a bounce back. The only 0-2 team in the Patriot. I'll lock up Army.
The only thing that's terrifying is this is at 2.5. I'm seeing it at 2.5, not 2. Like this was a 1-point game a year ago. 2.5 is like 20 points in an Army game. But I fuck it. Let's go.
Army pulls away, baby.
Lay it. Next up, little rivalry game. Coastal Carolina heading to Boone, North Carolina. App State laying 7.5. The over under at 128.5. It's too many points for me. Coastal Carolina. Give me the 7.5. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it with that. No bet.
RuPaul, the Blue Balls, DePaul, heading to Seton Hall. Seton Hall laying 2.5. I struggled with this one, man.
0-3 versus 0-4.
At first, I came in, I was like, I'm betting fucking DePaul. Then I thought about it more. I was like, I don't know, man. Like Seton Hall has a tendency to get up sometimes when I don't think they're gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Seton Hall.
I'm betting Seton Hall. I think that this is they've lost 5 in a row, but they were chippy last time they were played at home. Should have beat Georgetown right there at the very end. DePaul, I think, has finally come back down to real life in the Big East. Give me Seton Hall here to get this done. Let's go.
You're betting this?
Yeah, I'm gonna bet Seton Hall.
Whew.
This is a spot.
You're flying solo here. But Seton Hall minus 2.5 lock. Shout out to BOF_Dre. Says I'm the best host. There you go. See, start talking all analytical. People like it. What do the numbers say for this game? The numbers say the Blue Demons, they don't travel well to New Jersey historically. Last season, the Hall got them by 24 points, I believe, if memory serves me correct. And here's another thing. DePaul's 0-4 on the road. And when you think about this, 0-4 on the road, I don't know why you would have faith in taking the Blue Demons going into a Seton Hall team. This seems a bit desperate with their 0-5. But if you really want to dive into the numbers here, the offensive rebounding edge by Seton Hall is phenomenal. What they have here is a offensive rebounding edge by my own numbers of almost 67 position points there. So what you do there now, the free throw line is another story. Seton Hall struggles from the free throw line, but the pace is another one that I think if they can get DePaul to play their game, especially the fact they're on the road in Newark, Seton Hall likes to grind out the game very slow. DePaul, the fact that they like to play fast up tempo, I think they're going to feel a little uncomfortable there. But what I can tell you too about this game that stands out to me is the defensive rating situation here. We got the defensive rating for Seton Hall coming in at 144th in the nation's 102.5 rating. And on the other side of this, DePaul is sitting there at 200. So I give the edge to the home team there with better defense. I'll see the Pirates to -2.5 as the play.
There you go.
All right, let's move along.
Man, you're not even going to bet it? Just a lean? The fuck?
No, they asked for the numbers, and I like I said, we lean here. I just it's not one of my favorite plays. I had my board. I got games circled, and this is not one of the games circled here. And I'll get to my next games. All right, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Instead of shorts, Noah, can we do the college basketball analytical one where we just edit all the analytical ones?
All right. Instead of TC trims, it's TC deep dives or something.
Yeah, just idiots. Just Northern Kentucky is at Youngstown State, and some say I'm one of 10 people excited to watch this game. Youngstown State's laying 2. I'm seeing 2.5 now. Line's moved up 0.5 point. I mean, can anyone really fade? This is a great jump back on the Penguins here. What does Bieniek call them? The flightless birds?
Yeah.
At the Ice House there? You know, Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill played D tackle for Youngstown State back in the day. That I could just take them based off that. That could be my analysis. But really, they're just awesome. And they just lost to IPFW. They had won like a ton in a row before that. So I'm going to jump back on the Penguins there at the Ice House. So, yeah, lay the 2. Mac?
I'm going to take the North. I think we get a 1 possession game here. I'm with you. I'm looking forward to watching this, but not really sure who's going to win the game. Coin flip game.
All right. Next up.
Ooh.
UConn, Villanova in Philly. Kyle Neptune is a lot like my cat that I mentioned on yesterday's show. Should I tell you more about my cat? I can tell you more about he went under like 7 cars at 50 miles an hour or 45 miles an hour, and he made it. Kyle Neptune, some say, part of the cat family, being that he's the head coach of the Wildcats of Villanova. I think he's alive and well, especially after he wins this fucking game. Give me Villanova. Let's go. The difference has been just Dixon going off every game. He puts up like a fucking triple double every game. I feel like, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, but he was injured a little bit there, right? Mac, what are you doing here?
Did you lock Villanova?
I did.
I'll join you here. UConn been playing with fire a little bit here lately. Villanova trending upward. They're going to win this game in hand. UConn, their first Big East loss. And we're going to have a tie up top of the Big East tomorrow night. Villanova and UConn tied up. Let's go. Wildcats.
Noah?
He's taking UConn.
Yeah,
oh
so this what are we talking about here? This line is so short. This line is so short. If you guys could let me speak, because Liam McNeely's out for quote
Peter
weeks.
McNeely. I'm sorry.
UConn's best shooter. He's out. He didn't play the last game, I know for sure. And they really struggled with a bad Providence team with no Bryce Hopkins. I think that's a huge difference maker here. Nova, lock it.
Yeah, wait. Oh, he took Nova.
Wow.
I don't know what you guys are over here assuming I'm going to take UConn for.
Triple lock on Villanova against the 2-time national champs. What could go wrong?
It's going to be so great when Kentucky loses tonight and UConn loses tomorrow night. It's going to be fantastic. My DMs will be open, UConn fans. At moneyline_back.
Next up, Loyola Chicago. It's heading into Philadelphia. Take on Fran Dunphy and LaSalle. Get this bullshit out of here.
Disrespect.
I will not fade the greatest Fran Dunphy. All right. Who's going to fade that guy? This lock. All right. This Loyola Chicago nonsense out of here. Give me this guy. He knows how to get things done. All right. That's a guy that knows how to get things done. All right. And this is, damn well he talked to someone at the docks in the past 48 hours before this photo. He met with someone at the docks. All right. Don't bring your phone. All right. You're locking up Fran here. How could you not?
Oh, it's a home dog. He's had a week to prepare for this game. Significant coaching upgrade in the matchup here. Oh yeah, Dumpy.
I can tell you this. This guy knows where the best sandwich is in Philadelphia. I'll tell you that right now. Like guarantee. We just need to. You know what we got to do? We got to go up there. We got to stay outside LaSalle University in a van, and follow Fran Dunphy to the first restaurant he goes to, and we're not even going to say what's up to him. We'll just go eat because he knows the best. I guarantee you, this guy knows the best goddamn restaurants in Philadelphia. All right.
He's a great guy. I've met him a couple times. He's a great guy.
Of course. Look at that leather jacket he's wearing. This fucking guy will punch you in your fucking face if you give him shit. This
Corey Williams. He looks like he spikes Halloween candy. That is a hell of a guy right there.
Look, this guy, he knows how to get rid of the bodies. All right. One phone call. All right. One goddamn phone call. And you never existed. All right.
They're making Valentine a favorite at Dumpy. Get
unbelievable. Double lock. I'm gonna buy one of these leather jackets after that. One of these brown leather jackets he's got. I can't wait. I can't wait to go to Philly and stock Fran Dunphy. just to know where the greatest restaurants are. Because you read that Yelp bullshit, you're not getting the best restaurants. Fran Dunphy knows the best restaurants. Guarantee you. Just follow him. He does eat ass too, guaranteed. Next up, Presbyterian is in Valley Falls, South Carolina. Taking on Upstate, little rivalry game here. Give me the 5 in Upstate.
Yeah, kind of want to bet it.
I think so too.
Like you said, home dog.
Sprinkle the money line.
Upstate's had a week to prepare here. And I think they're going to start playing better under Marty Richer here. So, yeah, I'll take Upstate. I think they win the game outright. Let's go.
Sprinkle this money line. Let's go. Double lock.
Who's Presbyterian to be laying points on the road?
I mean, just because they've had a hot start to the season, this is a rivalry game. All right. And look, Upstate normally has like 6 people at this game. There's going to be 19 tomorrow. And that will be all the difference. Someone shooting a free throw. They might be talking a little trash about your gal. All right, give me Upstate. Hey, next up, dude, this is another rivalry game. We should take the money line. Lafayette
is off the big win.
Lafayette is live, dude. There's a rivalry game.
What's Lafayette coming off of? Oh, the buzzer beater against Navy. That was a hell of a game.
Dude, it's the same handicap as Upstate.
I think you're right. I kind of like the short dog here.
Let's go. Let's take the only difference is Upstate's at home and Bucknell's at home. But I just think in rivalry games, you're getting 5. These leopards. Let's go. Put the pipe down. Feel that confident on Bucknell? Apparently.
No, I like Lafayette. I like Lafayette.
Yeah. John Phillips. Fran leaves his leather jacket on while having sex. Perhaps. We got a rivalry game going on here too. This is like a mini rivalry game. Slate. I can't talk. Saudi Arabia State is heading to Miami. Take on these Hurricanes. I prefer the Hurricane. This is how you know we live in a shitty time. They removed the pipe from the Hurricane. Did that? Here's why I hate people. No one looks at a fictional Miami Hurricane character and says, "Hey, let me go smoke a pipe." But yet, you know damn well they had a meeting about this, saying we got to get rid of the pipe. We got to get rid of the pipe. It's sending a bad message to the youth. No, it looks way fucking cooler when he has a pipe in his mouth. And so in Saudi Arabia State, they have a classic logo too. This is an interesting game because you have both teams. You have Saudi Arabia State suing their own coach. You got Miami, who their coach quit, and their team is all NIL guys who it looks like they quit too. If you're betting this game, you're absolutely fucking insane, and I love it. But give me the Canes minus 1.5.
Which coach is in the better spot? The coach that was fired, or no, he wasn't fired. Shit, the coach that stepped down. He's definitely in this better spot, or the coach getting sued.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a shit show of a game. This is why he's
if you
one
don't,
of the reasons why.
If you don't get bought out, you're technically not getting that money, right? So he's not getting paid after stepping down.
I mean, I'm sure he's fine. He's been coaching for like 40
if Hamilton
years.
wins, can he cash in on like a defamation?
Maybe. Why not? It's America. All right. I'm laying it. What are you doing here, Mac?
Lock up the U.
Lock? No way. You're insane. I am not locking this fucking game.
This is a spot here. Leonard Hamilton got a big win the other night. They're coming in fat and happy. The U 0-3. What better time to get your ACC first win, just like Syracuse tonight, than against Saudi Arabia State? The U all day, man. It's one of my favorite plays on the board tomorrow.
That is true. Sand meet beach. I guess that kind of works. Money line Mac, you're crazy. I'm not locking this. I kind of want to bet it for the rivalry's sake, but no. Staying away. Let me tell you, my son started smoking because of that goddamn Miami hurricane. All right. I tell you this right now. I wrote several letters to the governor in the state of Florida. Miami Hurricane logo has been a gateway drug to my son getting fucking cancer. Yeah, this just
4-10 laying points against 10-4. I remind you.
This slide is very
the Colorado Buffaloes are heading to Orlando, Florida to take on UCF, the very Golden Knights. Lock. Sorry, Buffs. UCF minus 5.5. The way they got drilled by Kansas, it's a bad spot. First time out to Orlando. Got to make sure your team's not getting eaten by fucking alligators there at Disneyland, Disney World, Disneyland, whatever it is. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's been a long couple days for UCF coming off that fucking annihilation, whatever that was on Sunday against Kansas. UCF bounced back big. One of my favorite plays tomorrow.
Double lock.
They're way better.
Let's go.
They've had to.
Yeah. Students are probably back by now too. So, okay. Oh, we have the Battle of the Rams. Fordham is at VCU. Give me the 18. No luck.
I'll lay it. That building's lit.
Next up, Florida Atlantic heading. Look, another guy who smokes. It's a smokers party tonight. Smoke them if you got them. All right. Florida Atlantic's heading into the Clit to take on the Charlotte 49ers. And this crazy bastard is down there mining for gold all day. You going to give him some shit because he comes out and smokes? Charlotte plus 6.5. Actually, they look like shit the other night. Give me. Actually, no. I change. It's easy to see a tide turn. I actually think FAU is the play here. Charlotte looked fucking horrible the other night. What are you doing here?
I like FAU a lot here. I think they're significantly better. They got out of ECU the other night. Tried to give that game away. I think it's a smash spot here. I'll lock up FAU.
I think I can buy into this too.
I think the line's.
I think Charlotte's is kind of a disaster right now. My fucking Long Island Sharks went there and got a dub. Let's go.
Beat it.
I'm jumping in here to lock up that last game that we just talked about. I like UCF too. Let's make that one the triple lock.
The hell's going on over here, dude? Any other locks you want to add to the card that we already played?
Miami?
No.
You ruined the Friends for Eternity song, you crazy bastard. Now
play it. Play it now. I just changed the slide.
It's a thing called timing. It's all fucked up.
I know. What the fuck did I do? At least I got it in the show.
Where the hell is this thing? Triple lock. UCF. Double lock. FAU.
Florida team. Florida parlay. Miami, UCF, FAU.
I like it. But not the Miami one, though. Notre Dame's heading to Raleigh to take on the pussy pack known as NC State. NC State's laying 2. No. Give me Notre Dame.
Check the schedule.
Duke's on deck.
Carolina.
NC State will find a way to fuck it up. Irish.
No. Carolina's on deck for NC State.
Oh, okay. I think Notre Dame's at Duke though.
Are they?
I think they are. I thought I was looking at Duke's schedule the other day.
Let me check this. I want to bet Notre Dame. I think we're getting the better coach. We're getting them as a dog. They just lost a heartbreaker. They lost.
We should bet this.
And you're also getting them at a cheaper price, as they've only played like one game with Burton again. So
yeah, let's go. Notre Dame.
Triple.
Yeah, why not? I'll join you guys.
Hey,
there we go.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
Triple lock. I'm your leprechaun. Notre Dame.
Yeah, Duke is on deck for Notre Dame, which made me hesitate here, but I was high on Notre Dame prior to Burton going down, so I'll throw out a lot of the last month and a half here. So yeah, Irish.
UNC Asheville. What's this line? I couldn't find this earlier when I was making a slide. Virginia against Longwood. This is a good game. Tomorrow's slate is actually pretty damn good, dude. What do you got here?
Longwood is laying 3.5.
Give me Longwood minus 3.5. I couldn't be talked into a lock. That is a good point by the juice. Is Notre Dame does play football 24 hours later, but it's NC State. What are you doing here in Farmville?
I'm locking up the lay the wood here with Longwood. Asheville's off the High Point victory here.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Better.
Yeah,
they got a better roster.
Yeah.
Asheville's reputation.
This might be one of the best plays on the board, actually. The more I think about it, Longwood is the play. Double lock. We're spraying the fucking board here. And
I don't mind Notre Dame with the football game for what it's worth. Like if they were at home and they weren't going to have a home court advantage, that
you actually want to get away. That's a good point. You want to get so many distractions, scattered ass rolling through the town, the linebacker in, just serving up those cocktails.
Mike Bray.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Bray, who went to the linebacker and had a few Molsons. There's still gold in them there hills, Mac. And it's right here in Greenville, North Carolina, where the East Carolina Pirates are laying 2.5 against these Temple Owls, who aren't capable of going in to the Coliseum and getting a dub. Mike Schwartz, this is your this is the spot. After you let FAU off the hook, you bounce back.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world.
TCU minus 2.5. Let's go. They win by 10.
There was nothing that we couldn't do.
We set out to defend our name.
And now we'll never be the same.
What are you doing here, dude?
I love ECU here. Off the tough game here against FAU, I thought they played pretty well. FAU's good. Temple, on the other hand, they're off a max effort game against Wichita National TV. Temple, not the same team away from Philly. Love ECU. Let's go. Lock it up.
There we go.
In the spirit of ECU, we believe every moment there was nothing that we couldn't.
And if you're looking for a bigger breakdown on this game, why these Carolina Pirates are capable of winning this game, they're 14th in the nation. Temple's a terrible rebounding basketball team, and I think East Carolina's going to have multiple opportunities each time they go up the court. And another thing is they're 89th in the country in steals. Temple's backcourt, I think might have issues with that, as East Carolina's defense. Mike Schwartz comes from a school of Rick Barnes, and that defense will be loaded and ready to go. So the Pirates with the rebounding edge, the home edge, and I think they're going to make it hard for them to bring the ball up the court, make them feel a little uncomfortable. That's my side of the East Carolina Pirates is the play minus the 2.5. Lay it. Next up.
Before
Furman.
the show ends, by the way, I
Sorry.
might have to show a Mick Cronin post-game interview clip because it sounds like he blew up in the presser tonight.
Nice. I love it. Love when Mick goes off. Ouch.
Furman's laying 13.5 in Charleston against the Citadel. Rivalry game. I'll lay it. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points. No bet, though.
There's a stupid game here for you. USC is heading into Bloomington. Take on these Hoosiers. Indiana's laying 6.5.
This game's so random.
I'll lay it. No strong conviction. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lock Indiana. I think they're starting to play better. I mean, shit, they paid for a good roster here. USC is kind of a dumpster. Give me the Hoosiers to roll here at home. Chalky play here, but yeah, give me the Hoosiers.
One of the Mac locking up the Indiana Hoosiers. Yeah, stupid fucking game.
USC ain't gonna know what to do at Assembly Hall.
It's just a stupid game. There's just so many of these stupid fucking games. Like Michigan UCLA actually works because of the history of the programs, but like most of these are just trash. Next up, St. Joe's is heading into Pittsburgh, PA, where this Monopoly guy is throwing a great, between the legs, no look pass to CJ Sullivan. What you don't see is the bet detective is on the other slide. This line stinks a little bit, doesn't it?
A little bit. I mean,
like my first thought is let's hammer St. Joe's, and then I'm like, but why is it so short?
yeah. I guess Duquesne is playing better, but I like St. Joe's.
I'm going to take St. Joe's too, but it does stink a little bit.
Into it?
I think we dive into it.
They're off a loss. They're off a 20-point loss. I think they roll here. Let's go St. Joe's. There ain't going to be anybody
double lock. Dive into the stink, as Patty C says.
All these Philly teams.
ETS told you. Take it on Mercer. ETSU's laying 2.5. A little stinky here too.
This line stinks.
Little stinky here too. I'm going to take ETSU, but no bet. I just think they're a better basketball team. What are you doing here?
I'm locking. I'll dive into another one here. I'm diving into Cordy Love. I think ETSU's better.
They're way better, dude. They are way better.
Mercer's 2-0 in league play too. They're undefeated.
All right.
ETSU's getting them.
This is the Bowling Green play of the day, right?
Yeah.
Mercer's 5-0 at home, but I just don't think they're that good. Yeah.
Is ETSU by far the best team they've played at home?
At home, they got Virginia Lynchburg, Trinity Baptist. Don't sleep on TB. They got the Jacksonville Dolphins where they won by 1. They got West Georgia, and they got Chicago State.
Yeah,
yes, you are right. Let's bet this. Let's bet this. Yeah.
Line's
ETSU minus 2.5. I'm glad this is the exercise. We work it out. All right. But about that Chinese fire, Joe. Next up, we are going to Kingston, Rhode Island, where the George Washington Colonials are heading into what's the name of the stadium? The George Washington Colonials. The George Washington Colonials. The George Washington Colonials are heading into the Thomas Ryan Center. Rhode Island's laying 5.5. I will lay the 5.5. Man, kind of feel like betting it.
We are getting GW off like the Super Bowl win against Dayton. But I don't know. 5.5 seems like a lot. This kind of feels like the Mason game. 1 possession, 4-point win for Rhode Island. Give me the points. GW is not bad, actually.
I'm laying it, but no bet. Murray State is in Cedar Falls taking on these UNI Panthers. UNI is laying 5.5. I will lay the 5.5. Gosh, I feel pretty good about this one too, but I ate shit on Murray. Look, UNI's 8-1 at home.
Yeah.
We should bet this, right?
They're off the Drake win on Sunday national TV. Now we're getting Northern Iowa off a Valpo loss.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking Ben Jacobs.
Let's go.
Square, but depends that win.
The locks are flowing on this episode. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna bet 50 games tonight each.
Let's make this one a triple lock too, by the way.
Hey, Bieniek.
There we go. There we go.
It's very chalky here, but hey, chalk wins sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Triple lock on UNI.
So Northern Iowa
game tonight, like 5.5. Like, why is that so short?
Yeah. I like the situational spot that Mac mentioned. Northern Iowa also 27th in defensively rebounding. They're probably going to own the glass in this game. Also, interior defensive Murray State's just not that great. So just down low, I think the Panthers might have their way in this one. So yeah, triple lock.
Let's keep this lock party going. Because Lehigh, the Engineers, are heading to Hamilton, New York to take on these Colgate Raiders off a loss. Well, let me just tell you something about life. When it comes to the Patriot League, you don't just walk into Cottrell Court and get a dub. Lock, Colgate, minus 4.5. I'm assuming you're with me.
Yep. You know me, man. I'm going to take them at home. I don't know if I trust them on the road this year, but at home, this is still their league until somebody beats them. Colgate, let's go.
Double lock on these Colgate Raiders. Next up, Winthrop is laying 2 in Boiling Springs, taking on Gardner Webb. Darth Vapor says the abbreviation for Iowa is IA, not IO. I mean, who gives a fuck though, right? Apparently you do.
Tomatoes.
Yeah. Does Boiling Springs have 2L? I don't fucking know. All right. I'm just a guy building slides, having cocktails, winning bets. Give me Winthrop minus 2. What are you doing here?
I think Winthrop's the right side. I think them laying points off the loss is telling. Yeah, give me Winthrop.
American is catching 1 in Boston against these Terriers.
This game's great.
It is. Give me the Terriers minus 1. What are you doing here?
This would definitely be a Sunday bet if these were the two teams. Yeah, give me Boston. I think I'm looking forward to this game, to be honest. These two teams have been nice stories here.
Next up, Milwaukee is in Fort Wayne, Indiana, taking on IPFW. I put OPFW.
See that? I was like, who's OPFW?
In games, you're having fun. I'm gonna start calling them the goddamn elephants. A lot of elephants in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Let me tell you.
I like Fort Wayne.
I do too.
Third straight road spot for Milwaukee here.
I just think they're a better basketball team this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock Fort Wayne at home.
All right. Let's go. Give me the fucking elephants. Let's go. They're gonna stomp on these damn Panthers. These pesky little Panthers. Western Carolina is getting 14.5 in Spartanburg against Wofford. I'll take the Cats and the points. Wofford wins by 12.
Western Carolina fringe lock.
It's a big number for this league.
It's a huge number, and they're off the ETSU road win, comeback fashion. They got Furman on deck, so a nice sandwich spot. I like the Catamounts. I think I'm going to bet them. I like a dog here. Give me Western Carolina.
Moneyline Max saying, what up, Weehawk? Locking up the Cats. I'm up. I might bet this. It's fringe territory to me. Shout out to Dwayne Lee in the chat who just hit a 3-leg parlay. Hell yeah. Cheers, man. Ole Miss is in Fayetteville, Arkansas, taking on these Razorbacks. Arkansas's laying 3.5.
This line's telling.
I'm going to lay the 3.5 with the Razorbacks.
Woo, big suey, baby. Yeah, Calipari called out his team. Back at home, we've seen it in the SEC all night. Teams bouncing back at home. Give me Arkansas.
Double lock. Triple?
I'm going to triple lock this one too. The situation's just right. Arkansas SEC home opener for Cal. This is probably one of their bigger sellouts, one of the more advertised ones in the offseason. So yeah, that, and you get the bounce back off an ass kicking. And also Cal was getting reamed a little bit for going to the Derrick Rose retirement game right after. So I just think this is a statement game for the Hogs here. Lock it up.
Triple lock on these Razorbacks. All right. Drake, Bradley. This game's awesome. And I will lock up Bradley minus 2.5. The lock party continues. It's just a system play for me. It's a system play. Mac?
My only worry is they may only win by 2, but how could I pass up taking Bradley on their home floor? They've lost 4 in a row to Drake. Darren DeVries isn't there anymore. As good as Ben McCollum is, first game in this rivalry, give me Bradley at home. I'll take Drake back when they play at home. Lock up Bradley.
Bieniek, triple lock?
Yeah, pretty much the same handicap as you guys. Let's go.
Wow, we're really agreeing on a lock. Triple lock on these Bradley Braves on the warpath. It's a pretty awesome card, man, when I really think about it.
Yep, I agree.
Dayton is in Amherst, Massachusetts, taking on Frank. Dayton off the embarrassing loss. This is why I'm paranoid. My first thought when I saw this was, I'm going to take UMass. They like to muck it up. But the way Dayton got drilled the other night, give me UMass, no bet. What are you doing here?
Locking UMass.
Anthony yes, I forgot about that. About that. Isn't it his godfather?
Yeah, Anthony
to
Grant
his son or
his youngest son. They coach at Miami High together. They go way, way back. Last year, UMass almost won at Dayton. I mean, as good as Dayton was, UMass won there.
This is a great handicap, by the way. I forgot about that. Like, we're loading up on this.
Yep.
UMass plus 9.5. Let's go. Next up, That's a good handicap right there. You're not getting that elsewhere. High Point is in Charleston, South Carolina, taking on these Buccaneers of Charleston Southern.
Should we bet High Point?
I feel like we should, but man, Just Slim David says hook 'em horns. Thanks for this channel making me an FCS fan. Also, you're welcome. FCS is awesome. I think it's the heartbeat of the fucking sport, to tell you the truth. But shout out to you. I appreciate the $5, man, and best wishes on the Natty. Let's bet High Point.
Yeah, them in Grand Canyon when they're off loss.
Yeah, High Point -8.5. I know we're betting every game, but that's part of the fun.
What else are we gonna do? Lean?
Yeah. Well, my projections here: Cleveland State's in Moon Township, Pennsylvania, taking on Robert Morris. I do believe Cleveland State's a better team. Both teams are 10-6. Robert Morris is 8-1 there at the UPMC Event Center. Bring your dolly. Cleveland State won by 2 last time they played. Cleveland State's won 6 straight.
I know. I feel like Bob Morris is definitely the side here. They've been chippy at home.
5 of those have been at home for Cleveland State. 2 of them against non-D1s. It's a little inflated there.
And the only road win was Gottlieb. Does that even count?
No, that's a D3 game. Okay. I'm not going to bet this though, because I actually think Cleveland State's roster is better than Robert Morris's. But I'll take Robert Morris -2.5.
Yeah, I'm on the home team here. I like the home teams right now. Let's go.
Next up, Alabama is heading into Columbia, South Carolina to take on these Cocks off of a really embarrassing loss, which I was on, which is why I'm going to go back to the well. No way they get blown out 2 games in a row. I'm getting 10.5 at home. Lamont Paris, underrated coach. Underrated coach. Let's go Cox. Give me the 10.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I love the Gamecocks tomorrow. Remember, Alabama ran the fucking score up on them last year in Tuscaloosa. I think Lamont remembers that, and he's been good as a home dog here. They almost beat Bama with that really good team 2 years ago, and South Carolina sucked. They'll muck it up. Bama wins by 5 or 6. Lock up South Carolina.
Shout out to Deusa in the chat. Moneyline is live. I do think it is. I do think it is. Let's go.
Fuck Alabama. I don't like that.
Richmond, George Mason, rivalry game. Fairfax, Virginia. Man, Mason is laying 11.5.
Oh God.
I have to take the points. I know I think I fell for this game last year though, and I think Mason beat the shit out of Richmond. I think I took the points with the Spiders last year and ate shit, but I'm still doing it again. I don't like Mason as a double-digit favorite. What are you doing here?
I feel like I gotta bet Richmond. I think they're playing better. I think that this is a line that kind of reflects their non-con where they sucked, but I mean, they looked good against UMass. They looked good against GW.
You're right. I mean, this line, I just got burned on it last year. The same exact fucking game in Fairfax.
Where's this game?
This is at Fairfax.
No, I mean, I'm looking at what recently they did. Oh yeah, Mason
drilled him.
Yeah, they did. I think Mooney gets him up here. They're going to lose by 7.
Yeah. Let's bet it. Let's
go. Oh, come on. What are we going to do?
Let's bet it.
I had college football for Thursday.
Let's go. One of y'all got a basketball head and one got a football game.
What does that even mean?
What does that mean, Maurice?
Is that Chinese fire drill? What does that mean?
Yeah. Do I have the basketball head? I've been caught a lot of things. Never. Hey you fucking basketball head. It's I can see that. I can see that working. Southern Illinois is at Belmont.
Oh, I'm done with these Salukis.
I'm not taking the bait. I thought about this as I was building the slide. I go, damn, that's a lot of points.
Dude, it's so many.
I'm still taking the points though. I'm just not betting it. What are you doing here?
I'm definitely on Salukis. Check the picture. I mean, my God, Belmont's like 11 now.
Yeah. I'm even seeing 11.5 out there right now.
Don't. I'm not betting this. Salukis, you got to prove it to me one time.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to Evansville, Indiana, where Illinois State's laying 5.5 off the rivalry blowout. Gosh.
We should bet Evansville's a home dog.
I lose every time I bet Evansville. I'll take Evansville, but I'm not betting this fucking thing. What are you doing here?
I'll pull the trigger. I'll take the bait. They've actually played well over the last 3 games. That was a fluke cover by Indiana State on the free throw the other day. They're 2-2 in league play, and they always play better at home. I like Evansville here. I think they're live.
Moneyline Max saying, take the aces, lock it up. Next up, Indiana State's in Valpo taking on the Valparaiso Crusaders, a beacon of shit.
What is this line?
Give me the Sycamores. What are you doing here?
Yeah, give me the Sycamores.
No bet. No bet.
I think Valpo's had enough covers at home. That's a lock.
The Bonnies are in St. Louis taking on the Billikens. Yep. I think we all are on the same page here. St. Louis -3.5. Lock it up. I'm just making the assumption this is a triple lock.
The Bonnies like have covered every single game. Remember when we saw that with Oregon State and then they didn't cover for like 4 in a row? They're young. They're going on the road again, back-to-back spots. St. Louis is finally healthy. St. Louis puts it on him here, wins by double digits.
Yeah, the Bonnies are flying way too close to the sun. Triple lock.
Triple lock on these Billikens.
Honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top 'cause we play to win.
I'm loaded in this Mick Cronin thing right now. It's absolute gold. Give me 1 second.
Does it sound anything like this? Let's see if I have this here.
Anything like what?
Anything like where the fuck is it? Right here.
That's how I feel. Damn sick and tired of getting out rebounded. 25 offensive rebounds. First time we block out, we get called for a damn block out. We're pushing people. Meanwhile, they're on the other court grabbing rebounds, going over the top and grabbing them. We get one offensive rebound, the other get called for over the back.
Classic.
Not as loud, but the point, it gets there. Here we go.
But we don't play. We're soft. So don't tell me you want to win. Like, just don't tell me you want to win. So don't tell me you want to win. It's crazy, you know. And it's every day. I'm tired of it. It's every day. I have the most energy of anybody at practice every day. I'm upset with everybody in that locker room, my assistant coaches and my players. I mean, I don't need to do anything else. I almost got 500 wins. I'm only 53. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. But yet I come in and I have more passion and energy and pride than everybody in. That's the problem. So what the truth of it is, Ben, it's really hard to coach people that are delusional. The hungry dog gets the bone. We got guys that think they're way better than they are. They're nice kids. They're completely delusional about who they are. But we don't play.
So good.
Coaching, our coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half.
Yeah, he's right though. I love how he milks the 500. I got 500 wins. I'm a millionaire.
I'm almost 53. Or I'm only 53.
I will lock
so
up
good.
UCLA on Friday night
game.
at Maryland. Oh man, remember the last time?
Oh, at Maryland?
Remember Maryland?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They buried the Terps 2 years ago.
All right, let's jump back to this. This is Mac's favorite game on the slate.
It's great.
Georgia Southern. He's heading to Atlanta to take on Georgia State. Little rivalry game. Give me Southern. Southern, not State. That's what they say down there. Southern, not State.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Hot take: Georgia State wins by 3. Push. If I gotta take a side, give me Georgia Southern plus the points. I can't wait to watch this game.
Butler is heading to the Dunk to take on Kim English and the Providence Friars. This line 3.5. Providence favored by 3.5, and I think they're going to lose. So give me Butler to end the 7-game losing streak and get a win at the Dunk. Am I betting this? No, because Providence has a 4-game losing streak too. What are you doing here, Mac?
What did Butler do last year at the Dunk? They lost by 10
in overtime. I was on that game. I remember that game. God,
it's a much different team, though.
That was a terrible loss. You just reminded me of that.
They remember that. Providence is also off a max effort game. Like they played their ass off against UConn. Butler, I'm locking up Butler. This is the one they're going to win.
I'm not locking this, but you can lock it up all day. Moneyline Mac locking up the Bulldogs plus 3.5. Next up, we have UMKC hopping their way over to fucking Omaha, Nebraska to have one of those Omaha steaks. KC's laying 1. I'm riding my Kangaroos. Lay the 1.5. But I don't think I'm going to bet this. What are you doing here?
Yeah, both teams are kind of red hot. Omaha's won 4 in a row. UMKC's won 5 in a row. Give me UMKC. I think they're better.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Toreros of San Diego catching 30.5 at the Kennel against Gonzaga. Lay it. This is the one that cashes. Lay it. What are you doing here?
Well, they did come through the other night on the spread. I think I like the Zags too. I think they're going to start fucking these teams up. They won by 900 last year against them.
Yeah. Next up, we have Rice, the Owls, who are heading into Denton, Texas, to take on these look at these mean ass Eagles. We should bet Rice.
I wanted to take North Texas.
They score 52 points a game though, dude. So it's can Rice get to 41?
He scored 80 against UAB.
They are scoring. I don't know. I mean, they scored 54 against Minnesota. Scored 61 against McNeese. Scored 58 against Oregon State.
Get North Texas off the loss.
But they have ECU on deck, and we all know that is a.
I'm not looking forward to ECU.
It's a look ahead spot. All right, fringe lock for me on Rice and the points.
All right,
you locking this?
You want a battle? We got to get a battle in here. Give me North Texas. You're gonna suffocate.
I think you're just you're going solo here. North Texas minus 11.5. Moneyline Mac locking it up. This is a rivalry game. A little bit. Penn State is in Champaign, taking on the Illini. Illinois is laying 9.5 points. Give me the 9.5. Terrified though. Penn State can't shoot as bad as they did the other night. Like, as if so, you'll lose by 30. Give me the points in Penn State. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I love Penn State tomorrow. We're getting Illinois coming off a nice double road trip, sweep it 2-0. Now they're laying a big number at home versus Penn State, who just lost a tough game to Indiana. I think Penn State comes in with a chip on their shoulder. 5-point game. I'll lock at Penn State.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Nittany Lions. I might join you if I'm up. Penn State does have a football game the next day. Bieniek, get on that. A&M, Oklahoma. This game's pretty fire. Oklahoma off getting drilled in Tuscaloosa. The buzzsaw coming in there. I if I'm being honest, I think this is the game I want to watch most. Give me A&M on the road, Mac.
We should bet A&M, man. We're getting Buzz as a dog now.
Oh, wait, but Wade Taylor's out.
Wade Taylor's out. That's why they're the dog. So, like, Texas A&M's offense is really kind of a one-man show. Most of the time, I like the one-game bump on teams without the star, but I don't know how they get their offense without that guy. Like, him more than anybody else, just the percentage of offense that runs through him, I think is crazy. They do have Zurich and Phelps though, so I don't know. I was just jumping in to say that Wade Taylor is out for this game though.
It's conference play. Fade Porter Mosier.
I'm gonna take A&M, but no bet. I just want to watch this game as someone that loves college hoops. But
I'm pulling the trigger. I'm taking A&M.
Yeah.
If we're moving the line just because of an injury, we've seen these guys one game bump. Old guys step
A&M's won like 8 in a row, right?
Yeah,
I feel like they've won 7 or 8 in a row. Moneyline Mac locking up the Aggies. Gig 'em. Whoops.
They're off the Texas
next up,
blowout
we got
win too. Might not be the greatest spot.
Arizona State's heading into the fog to take on Kansas. Kansas laying 13.5. I will lay the 13.5. I think Kansas wins by like 17, 18. What are you doing here?
I'm betting Kansas. I still think Bill Self's pissed off from losing that. I mean, this is the first home game at the Fog.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Loss.
This I will join you.
Arizona State won the Fog game.
Yeah.
Back in like 2015.
I remember. Yeah. I'm going to lay it with Mac double lock. Shout out to David Matola, who can't wait to watch it. Virginia Tech is in Palo Alto. What a stupid game.
It's great. The Virginians are at the fucking West Coast. This is such a great night.
Stanford's laid 8.5. You know what? Give me the Hokies and the points. I think they could stay within this number. Stanford wins by 4. What are you doing here?
I had Stanford scheduled or circled. They've lost 3 in a row. They're back at home. Taking on this Hokie team that just sucks. Stanford, long trip.
You're locking this?
Fringe, check the picks page. I'm going to have action.
Don't bet that game. I'm telling you, that
you know
game
you gotta
I
get
got
some
no
action.
idea what's happening here. I'll bet the other one. This game's awesome, by the way. South Dakota State's in St. Paul, Minnesota, taking on the Tommies of St. Thomas.
I love this game.
St. Thomas laying 3. It's the Shoenecker. I'm laying the 3.5, but this is a really underrated game on the slate. What are you doing here?
We should bet the Tommies, man. This is their spotlight game. Both teams coming in hot here, 2-0 in league play. I think the Tommies make a statement that the league runs through them this year.
Double lock, St. Thomas. Enjoyed the chat as always. Love the chat. Some great entertainment over there. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Next up, I mean, Air Force heading into San Diego to take on the Aztecs. Aztecs are like 21.5. Oh man, this is just a tough draw. It was only a 13-point game last year.
It should be a sleepy spot for San Diego State. They're at the pit on Saturday. They're off the Boise win. I mean, goddamn Air Force, you got to win or not win. You got to fucking hang in this one, right?
Give me the 21.5. San Diego State wins by 18.
Should we bet this because it's like the last game of the night?
I'll say this. I will think about betting this one. This one is not a crazy play.
It's not. San Diego State's gonna win by 15.
All right, let's bet this fucking thing. Aim high, miss small. Air Force Falcons. F.
The final game is great.
Virginia is heading to Berkeley, California to drop acid. Cal's laying 4.5. Now this one, you can talk me into Cal. I was considering betting this before the show. What a stupid game, by the way. But I definitely think Cal's the right side here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I definitely think Cal's the right side. I didn't think they played bad on. I didn't think Stanford played that bad either. It's just it was a far travel. Now the travel is going to go the other way. I like Cal here.
I can't believe this is the game we get. Like I can't.
11:00 ESPNU. Everybody,
do you realize how like
the ESPNU late night spots? The entire reason why Cal wanted to make the jump. They're no longer on the Pac-12 network.
Do you realize? Honestly, just think about this game for a second. Like if you would think about yourself at age like 15 or I don't know, like I forget how old you are, but I'm saying like if you would have told me, like you could have told me a lot of crazy shit, terrorist attacks, I'd have been like, yeah, I could see that happening. You know, like, yeah, if you told me Virginia and Cal would be playing a fucking conference game
at 11:00,
this would be pretty far down the list. I would have, you know, some of the wilder shit you could think up probably ahead of this. This is just the dumbest fucking game, dude. But yeah, Cal's the play. What are you doing here?
Let's lock Cal.
Yeah.
Their roster's way better than Virginia's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe every once in a while they don't show, but I think they're getting better. I think they're getting better as a team. From like a few years ago under the Mark Fox era. Let's lay it with the 4.5 and Cal. Unbelievable. This game. Like I would have bet you could have told me like some of the craziest shit. I would have believed Epstein Island before this shit. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like, yeah, I could see some sick fucks doing that. This, yeah. I'd be like, nah, I just can't really see this happening. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, honestly, you could tell me like the fucking NFL expanded into the CFL, you know, like, and I'd be like, yeah, I guess I could see it happen. CFL's been around for like 120 years or some shit. But that one just takes the cake. What's up, Bieniek?
Nothing. That was the last game.
Oh, I thought you were going to jump on Cal.
Please, no.
top plays of the night. You're like, I don't want to put myself through watching that game. Top plays of the night. For me, actually, Bieniek, you're probably prepared. Fire.
Okay, so my favorite play of the night is going to be we've got. I think I'm going to go. I think you guys talked me into UCF, liking UCF even more than some of the other plays I was coming into the show with. I think that's a great spot after getting blown out by Kansas. Now Colorado, one of the furthest trips in the Big 12, going down there to Orlando. Cocktail Napkin likes that one slightly a little bit too at 7.5 there. Then I'm going to go with Bradley, -2.5. Home game against Drake. Both these teams been playing with fire a little bit lately, but Bradley at home against the premier team in this conference, I think that building's going to be on fire. Don't fade the building. And then third, I'm also going to go with another building. Arkansas, just by virtue of the offseason hype, I think they sold a lot of tickets for this game at Bud Walton Arena. -3.5 here against Ole Miss. I'll take the Hogs.
I like it. I will. I think St. Louis is that play. St. Louis speaks to me as just an obvious play. I also like. I like South Carolina in the points against Bama. Yeah. I'm gonna give out 4. Northern Iowa would be number 3.
Northern Iowa would be my 4th too.
And my 4th is actually going to be Longwood. I think Longwood's going to get Asheville. But the Colorado one is close. That's right there. Mac, fire.
I'm going to go the Billikens for my top one here to end the Bonnies streak here. Also love Northern Iowa at home. I spotlighted that one off the loss. Love UCF as well off the loss. And then number 4, I got to throw a dog in here. This is short yapper. Villanova is going to beat UConn tomorrow. Villanova is going to make a statement here.
Yeah. I mean, I feel all right about that too. All right, folks, that's our show. Make sure you check out the college football experience, as obviously we have the Final Four going on there. College baseball experience. We do have a ACC preview scheduled. All right. So we will be talking
They're all
more.
Scheduled.
Yeah, we will be talking more Virginia at Cal coming soon on the baseball front. January 15th, 17th, 15th. What was it again? Something like that.
Each Wednesday, beginning next week. Every Wednesday. Conference
there
previews.
You go.
But there's going to be college baseball shows pretty much every day. So
that's what I'm talking about. So check out the college baseball experience. Don't forget, check out the FCS college football experience. That North Dakota State game was fire the other night. Hopefully you caught it against Montana State. Also check out the Sports Gambling Podcast and the Bottom Line Bombs podcast with the great CJ Sullivan.
Subscribe.
And
we're racing to 15,000. Help us out.
Yeah. And I had slides. So someone in there said that they're going to subscribe because I had these slides. So please do that. And we learned about a Chinese fire drill today because this is a not only is it an entertainment show, it's an educational show. Learned the night before that Jack Johnson and Mike Evans are from Galveston, Texas.
Yeah. Next time you do a Chinese fire drill, video it, send it in. You'll make it onto the show.
Oh, in the car, you mean? You mean in the car?
It's
right?
mostly outside
your
of the
Chinese fire drill, not my one, huh? You can do that. Folks, though, make sure you give us a follow on Twitter. Noah Bieniek on Twitter at NoahB77_. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Appreciate you tuning in and appreciate all those people that get to the picks. We got to the picks. All right. But yeah, till next time, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I know
may the Schwartz spirit
there we go.
The world as we know it, it is a vast illusion. More than a passive poet, I am the last solution. A master of magic music, ambassador execution of rappers. I've yet to shoot them. I catch and electrocute them. His highness of blindness and fly is what you're into. Some rappers dropping science, and some be popping pistols. Some rappers preach the gospel, if preaching's what you're into, then I am an apostle, and these are my epistles. Listen, the stylist, the server, the real rap preserver, champion, black barbarian and Berber. Injury from my symphony, the melody. enemy of chemistry, the energy converter. Feed me through intravenous, my veins full of Valvoline. Straight shots of gasoline, chase them with kerosene. I'll boil beat breaks and eat cakes made with nicotine. Cry tears of Listerine and dismiss the clean. TLE, the human power converter. And if the rhyme is a crime, y'all should charge me for murder. Last step, approach the stand and cross-examine the as I march through the hood with my imperial posse. Some rappers show me love, a couple